Welcome to video number 7. In this video, I will show you how you can easily configure delicious recipes widgets and add them to your homepage sidebar. To do that, you have to go to Appearance and you have to click on Widgets. So here is your default homepage sidebar and this one is your single recipe page sidebar. I will show you how you can easily add the delicious recipes widgets to your homepage sidebar. As you can see, here are a bunch of default widgets that are already here in default. Let me quickly remove them one by one. Okay, now we can create a fresh one. So from your right hand side, you will find the list of available widgets that you can add on your default homepage sidebar. Let's scroll down and here you will find 6 delicious recipes widgets that you can add, and they are highly customizable. The first widget we will add is the delicious recipe categories widget. So simply click on this arrow here, and from the list of drop-down options you have to click on sidebar, because we want to display this widget on our homepage sidebar. Now after you have selected sidebar, you can click on add to widget. From under recipe taxonomy, from the drop-down option here, you can select from course, cuisine or cooking method. I will select recipe course first, and I will also change the title to recipe course. Now you have to click into this empty space inside of choose categories, and you can easily select the categories that you want to display. I'm going to select all of them. You can either select or unselect the rest of the options. Let's select show recipe counts, which will show the number of recipe counts on each of the categories. Now you have to click on save. Okay, so the delicious recipe course categories have just been added to our homepage sidebar. Click on done. Now if you go back to our site and we will just give it a refresh. As you can see, the recipe course widget has now been added on our site, and you can easily see the taxonomies that we configured earlier, as well as the icons that we had added, and these are the number count of the recipes that are assigned to each of these taxonomies. Now we will go back to our dashboard. Now we will again scroll down. We will select recipe categories once again, and you have to make sure that sidebar is selected. Click on add to widget. Scroll to the top, and this time we will select recipe cuisine. We will change our title to recipe cuisine, and we will click under or inside of the choose categories option, and we are going to select all of the cuisines. Or you can just select those that you want to display on your sidebar widget. Again, you can either select or unselect the options that are given at the bottom. I'm going to select the second option, click on save, and click on done. If you go back to the site and give it a refresh, you can see the recipe cuisine has been added. If you remember, we had selected colors for our recipe cuisine taxonomies, which are respectively displaying here as widgets on our sidebar. Let's go back to our dashboard, and now following the same process, again we are going to click on delicious recipe categories. We will select the sidebar, ensure that sidebar is selected. Click on add widget, go to the top, and this time we will select recipe cooking method. We will change the title to recipe cooking method as well. Click on choose categories option and select the categories that we wish to display. I'm going to select all of them. and select or unselect the rest of the options at the bottom. Click on Save and click on Done. Now we go back to our site, give it a refresh, and as you can see, the recipe cooking method taxonomy that we had created and assigned are now displaying on our sidebar as a widget. So this is how you can do it. While you can always go back and forth with the steps, it is always recommended that you configure your taxonomies before you add them to your sidebar as widgets. Now we will go back to our dashboard. Scroll down. We have finished adding the delicious recipes categories. Now we will add delicious recipe keys. So click on the drop down option again and you have to select sidebar. This is the homepage sidebar option. Click on Add to Widget. Go to the top and all you have to do is click on Done. If you wish to change the title, you can change it from here. Let's go to our site, give it a refresh, and as you can see, all of the recipe keys that we had assigned to our recipes are now displaying as widget on our sidebar. Let's go back, scroll down. Now let's add in the delicious recent recipes widget. This will display all of the recent recipes on your site on your homepage sidebar. Click on the drop down option. Again, make sure that sidebar is selected. Click on Add to Widget. Go to the top. You can change the title from here. You can select the number of recipes. From here, you can either increase or decrease them. I'm going to select 3. Then you can also select your style layout from 1 or 2. Let me select 1 and click on Save. Click on Done. Back to our site, give it a refresh. And as you can see, all of the recent recipes on your site are now displaying as widgets on your sidebar. We will go back. Now we will add delicious popular recipes. Click here. On the drop down option, you have to select sidebar. Click on Add to Widget. Again, you can select the number of recipes from here. Let's select 3 this time as well. And for the style layout, we will go with style layout number 2. And you can select the popular based on post views or comment count on your recipes. I'm going to select post views, but you can go with your choice. Click on Save and click on Done. Go back to your site and give it a refresh. And you can see all of the popular recipes are now displaying as widgets on your sidebar on your homepage. Let's go back again. Scroll down, let's see what is left. Now we have the delicious popular tags. This will display the popular tags as widget on your sidebar. So again, you have to select sidebar, click on Add Widget. Go to the top. You can change the title from popular tags to anything else that you wish to. And you can also check into this little box to show the tag counts. You have to click on Done. Now let's go back to our site once again, give it a refresh. Well, the popular tags are not displaying because we have not added much tags to our recipes. But if you have added tags, then it will display as a widget on your homepage sidebar. Let's go back. The last one remaining is the delicious featured recipes. Now, before we make configuration from here, we have to go back to recipes and take care of few things from there. So for now, we are not going to do anything from here. We will go to recipes and click on all recipes. Now all you have to do is, from the list of recipes that are given here, those recipes that you want to display as featured recipes, you have to select those recipes by simply clicking onto the star icon underneath the featured column option that is given here. So let's randomly select some of the recipes. So what this will do is it will display these featured recipes at the bottom of your website. So after selecting these recipes, if you go back to your site, scroll all the way down to the bottom and give it a refresh, you will see all of the featured recipes that you have selected have appeared as featured recipes at the bottom of your site. Now let's go back to our dashboard and we will go to Appearance and click on Widgets once again. Scroll down and we will select Delicious Featured Recipes. You have to make sure that you have selected Sidebar, then you have to click on Add to Widget, go to the top, and by selecting this widget, all of the recipes that you have selected as featured recipes earlier, those recipes will also display as widgets on your sidebar. Now you can select the number of recipes as, let's select 5 recipes, and we will select our style layout number 1 as well. Now click on Save and click on Done. Now if we go back to our site, let's give it a refresh. And here all of the featured recipes that you have selected are now displaying as widgets on your sidebar. So this is how you can easily configure your delicious recipes widgets on your homepage sidebar. I have selected all of the widgets for my site, but you can go ahead and select the ones that you want to display as per your preference. Let's go to the top and we will go back. So this is how you can easily configure the delicious recipes widgets and add them to your sidebar. In the next video, we will go into the recipe settings.